They should, depending, because characters that are playing can revive in matter to except that I have absolutely no SP, so it's just a second to recover SP on the phone. See if I can join in before we get killed. I need to recover all that much money. Yes. Cheaters of the bar. Yeah, that should be enough. Return to battle. Return to battle, revive. Keep attacking. You know what, let's do a summon even. Wow, we got killed again. You know what, no, stop killing me, man. Yeah, none of our characters are, wow, we continue to be murder here. Our characters should be advancing. At least we're taking some damage, but it's not good if it uses one of those skills that multi-target. Yeah, this one is definitely not being controlled by a human being. You can tell because he's not acting really. He's just randomly attacking with each other. Why would it be, if you ask me? Wait, one of them can revive again too. This one, the side user. The side user, which one is the side user? This one? There we go. Yeah, they're backwards. The one with the lamp is showcasing. So we can forward. Who can do a summon? Not here, I already did a summon here. Okay, I'm recovering automatically. See how to move just enough to revive here. Wow, this Alice is holding on extremely, isn't she? She's holding on really good. I'm not gonna lie, she took a lot of damage there. Come on, I can hold. Oh darn, so close. I wanted to recover and go back into battle before we got killed, but then again we were just going to take a single hit. Still, we don't have a staff user. We should definitely get a staff user as a permanent one, right? What do you think we're missing? Well, 2 bow girls, that's a lot of bows in a single party. You can see I need to double check our whole composition. It's good that we have a sword. It's good that we have a bow. 2 gunners? I'm not sure though. One of them is there because it's still Christmas, right? Which is thematic, and our tree is thematic too. So after season is over, will we still kill Sexy Santa there? Or should we rotate? Maybe we can keep Sexy Santa but with a different weapon. Although I don't like my gunner being always on the back. We have this Alice here on the back. Well, if you ask me, that wasn't the worst Colosseum we have participated. So right now we have 9. We have 9 heroes in our roster, and I was planning to get to 12. It should look good, right? And still not crowded enough. A staff user would be nice. Maybe a hammer? Another sword user, maybe a 200 even. Or, I don't know. Definitely artifact users, because artifacts really good. Artifacts really give some personality to the thing, because they're so different. We know a sword is a sword, a bow is a bow, a gun is a gun. But artifact users are able to use so many crazy contraptions, is that the name? You can get like, well, I saw this one recently, fake crystal. It's like a crystal, right? You know, one of these Twilight crystals, but it was on a box, and it's called something like that, like fake crystal. I found that pretty funny. You also have, I know there are artifact users to throw to the ceiling, there are a lot. Well, you have gems, like Samsara gem. You can get, well, this counts as a puppet for me rather than an artifact. I know it's the same, because puppets are artifacts in the definition, but in our particular setup, we have them as two different things, right? So let's not include that being a puppet. Okay, what? Didn't he do any? Oh man, I don't think he did any. Oh right, that's right, he did versus what by herself. So none of these things get collected for her, but for her, she definitely must have collected all of the dailies. Yeah, okay. That's cool, that's nice. Got a bunch of prizes there. Okay, I need to collect here on my phone too. I think there isn't anything else to collect at the moment. Okay, so we can get all of our cool prizes now. Why do people continue to apply to our guild if they don't even answer the messages? It's about the release. This person was on 3 hours ago. Let's send alright. Send her a message. They're not gonna answer, and I know why she's applying. Why do you keep doing this to me? None of them came back. None of them. They applied 3 days ago, 2 days ago, never logged in again. Let's try this person that applied 3 hours ago. You know what? I should just give up. I should just give up, honestly. I'm not gonna find anybody. You're not gonna find anybody. Well, I sent that person a message, and I know that these demons or whatever are going to continue mocking me, whatever I do. We're gonna find another way. It's logical. So I shouldn't just have my hopes high that this is going to end. This is going to change into different methods of torture. But if you ask me, it's not smart to make it that easy or something for it to torture me. 179 crystals. We are still far from the 300, and I'm betting that Red Riding Hood just doesn't want to join our party. But I guess I will continue trying to get her until the grimoire ends. How are we gonna... You know what, I'm not even go out of my way to get crystals. I'm just gonna keep trying if I did, you know. I don't wanna force anybody to join us. These crystals, where was it that I saw these crystals being called something like Tears of the Damned? There are 5 days left for the sub-dreamer with Red Riding Hood. We rolled a lot and she's not coming to us soon. He didn't think he just doesn't want to. He just probably doesn't want to, so I'm not gonna do that, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to force her to come to us. Okay, what do we do now? We collected... and now... I'm not gonna lie, I would love to get fun experience, fun, carefree experience, fun, I don't know what we can get done. Not in this game, not everywhere. I don't know, I want to play, see battles being done while I enjoy them being unfolded. I don't want to take 20 minutes or 2 minutes setting up a fight so that it lasts 20 seconds and do that 20 times, so it's 20 minutes. Like, so it makes sense what I was saying. Okay, so I don't want to do that, but that's this game as we have it right now. Until we get what's necessary, which is until we get another computer, we're going nowhere. But I remember where we stood yesterday. Yesterday, otherwise we wouldn't have obtained, oh man, I'm so cold. We wouldn't have obtained the things we obtained, we wouldn't have obtained dailies. So, I remember where we stood yesterday. We tried to get a new account here on baptism by mission. Where? No, he doesn't have classes yet. Should we get to the class? Okay. Let's take a couple of minutes to doing this. without much detail. We're just gonna do a copy of everything and do our strongest monitor, strongest. Okay, let's do a copy of everything. This is the first place where you start. And then one by one, it's just about a slab, I guess. So for now, we have one that has more or less the appropriate number of points. And she has all the L weapons. She didn't get extra things, just a basic set of nightmares. So if we need to use it, if we get to change one of them, they already have at least a somewhat basic set of equipment, right? It's not highly personalized, it's not fit for deployment. Wait, there's an expression that is used for retail. Yeah, I think that's the expression, right? It's not fit for retail. But it's something. It's there. It's a salt. Because this part is just slightly fastidious. Especially when you have to do it 12 times, 24 times. The system is rather slow. I don't know how this could be improved, if you ask me. Like, is there any way to get your sets done faster? To get them with the right weapons, the right equipment, other than the system that's already implemented? I wonder. I've been thinking about it, and it's just that the thing is slow, you know. It does take some time. It is not as fast as one would like, but it's still what's the word I'm looking for? Mildly inconvenient or slightly burdening, you know. It's like, I want to do this faster. I want to be able to say, okay, you use this weapon, you use that weapon. I think that what we're doing here is the fast and easy part. This is not the complication. This doesn't represent a high complication. It's just taking the space, you know. What comes next is the troublesome part. Getting them a particular weapon. When you open the menu, when you open the weapons menu, that's when it starts becoming really slow, and then it starts becoming increasingly fastidious, and that's when you start saying, okay, I definitely would love to do this faster, because I just want to get these things configured to start actually playing. But I can't think of anything other than faster systems to improve it, because when you go into the weapons menu, you get all your weapons organized. I don't know, I just don't... They're organized by how strong they are, right? And I have no idea how you could, in theory, make any improvement of it, or in practice, or in theory even. Yeah, I don't know how you can get these things improved. If you get to, the nightmares menu only gets worse if you haven't done limit breaks on them, so you start to have like a lot of repeated nightmares. That's one's own fault, right? But the weapon selection is just plain slow, and I can't think of a way to make it better. I just can't think of a way to make it better. it gets slow. Things like that start getting slow, and that's when I start getting desperate. And try to avoid doing the things because they're just like, oh man, I don't want to go through it. It's just slow. And you click here, and it's slowly opening the menu. And you have to do this for 15 weapons for 12 characters. That's over 150. And then you need to do that for 15 weapons, 12 characters, 12 accounts. So that's over 1,000. Wait, right? Yeah, it's over 1,500. It's over. No, wait. I must be having a wrong math there. It can't be over 1,500 characters that you need to personalize. Did I make that math right? 12 characters, 12 accounts. That's 144. 15 weapons. So that's 100. That's 100. That's 50 multiplied by 100. That's 15 multiplied by 10. That's already 150. Wait, no, it wasn't 1,500. No, yeah, I knew I had that accounting back. Okay, so it's 150. Oh, it is 1,500. It is 1,500 freaking characters. It's over that probably. But yeah, because you have to do this 15 characters 12 times. No, I did make that math wrong. Wait. You have 12 accounts. You need 24 accounts actually. And you need to do 15 characters for each. So it's not that many multiplications. It's just 24 times 15 characters, right? Yeah, I think I probably just multiplied. Why did I multiply 12 times 12? I don't remember why I multiplied 12 times 12. I don't think I had to. Well, anyways, 12 characters times 24, that's 24 times 10. That's 240. It's over 240, around 300. So you probably need to do around 300 characters, which is still, let's say, not that fun. Yeah, okay, that's right. 300 times. Doing this 300 times. It's definitely not my idea of fun gameplay. That's just if you do two. Oh, come on. It's just if you do two guilds. When you're doing 4 guilds. But why do 4 guilds? Well, I think I had an answer for that. I think I had like an idea behind why making 4 guilds was a good idea. Let me just see if I can remember it. Besides the fact that you have a little more chance to actually go into a battle with one of them, making it a good battle, or a fun battle for me. I think there's no other reason. You actually don't get that much fun time with the guilds here. Like you don't get any other interaction with guilds here, do you? Just Colosseum, and you have like the only actual chance I would have astronomically possible in terms of probability to meet one of your guilds, one of the sister guilds, is to the only way to meet your another one of your guilds in this astronomical impossibility of probability is on Grand Colosseum, because you fight the guilds that are in your same time, right? But saying that you will meet another one of your guilds if the numbers are right, and they probably are, because there are, I remember that seeing so many guilds in Grand Colosseum, so many guilds, I was shocked, surprised, there were so many guilds, in my timeline. ¿Dónde se fue? ¡Está comiendo! The only way to meet other guilds in my timeline was to wait, what was I saying? I totally lost track of the idea there. Got distracted and lost track. They don't have those many weapons. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So yeah, I completed. We have like no items here. It's incredible how little items we have. Didn't we do like a grimoire times 10? Yes, so we have nothing. Well, yeah, it's just 10 grimoire, not 100 grimoire. Okay, so I got surprised about how many guilds there were registered for Grand Colosseum in my time set only. So imagine all the guilds that are dormant. And I suppose you can get paired up with them. I wouldn't know why you would, right? And if you get paired up with them at the regular Colosseum, the chances are you get what? Why are you getting 18,000? Doesn't make much sense. Well, it is what it is. Okay, maybe we need to change one of these legendaries for one of the other legendaries, or maybe even two legendaries. No ace. Because the SRs are in 80, I believe. So if the chances are so low, it sounds as if we're never going to be able to meet another one of your guilds. Wow, incredible. You know what to do. Yeah, like I'm saying, chances are you're not gonna be able to meet up your other guild. Wait, the 70,000? Okay, yeah, it makes sense because an ATFR is more powerful than a L1. 23,000. Okay, let's try doing it another round over there. Does she have like 5? Nightmares, we forgot about the nightmares. No, wait a sec. Oh, that's just the Deceptive. Venga para acá. Venga, suba. Yeah, that explains a lot. When you reset your well, it's still pretty low, although we only managed to get to 25,000 and a little bit more. Ajá, venga para acá arriba. Rómpese. Déjenme agarrar así. Uy, qué frío. We only managed to get to 23,000 and a little bit more, even though we got everything there. We haven't everything back here. Okay, 26,000, that's at least, it should at least allow us to not have a full bottle of health. I don't know what we are changing anyways. Oh, 24,918. Come on. Wow, and it goes worse from there. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave it the way it was. Forget it. Yo, happy holidays, Alex RL _17. I hope you're having a wonderful time. How are Christmas time in the city treating you? Is it already past 12 in your time zone? Have you already received the visit from Santa Claus? Did you get what you were expecting in that Christmas tree? Okay, so here we go. It's 26,000, but the problem is that that's actually a little more than we want. We want it to be as close to 25,000. You are on a spike 448. Oh wow, so yeah, it's 25 already, it's the 25th already over there. Wonderful, congratulations on making it through another, not visit yet, maybe it got delayed in traffic. But don't worry, if it hasn't yet, it may just be packing up, not packing up, but making it cuter. What's the name? Like putting ribbons on it or something. It's just polishing the packaging or something like that. Okay, 25,526. I think that's more balanced. Well, there's not a lot of difference when we get to that point, I believe. And usually when versus ask for it won't make much difference if you have 25,500 or 26,200, something like that. See, these numbers are just ridiculously high, or as they are already. But all we know is that our defense is not that high, and yeah, that's something that can be mildly changed in gameplay. Or you can get armor rather than sub-gear, and then your character would be differently played in those cases. So tell me, Alex, what did you ask Santa Claus or little baby Jesus as a gift this year? That may be another way, maybe it's just a little difficult to put it under the tree. Okay, he has a 1, 2, and 3, that's right. 1, 2, and 3 after the 2. But in reality, well, there's only one weapon there. The fire one, right? I wonder if affinities for staff make a difference. Staff for staves, and affinities for staves, instruments, and books make an actual difference. Because I feel they're otherwise very underwhelmed, like left out of the story. Yeah, Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas. It's 12 o'clock right here where I am, by the way. I'm congratulating my mother right now. Ay, a mí también. Ay, a mí igual, si le soy sincero, a mí igual. So yeah, I wonder if there's any difference in affinities for the weapons on the rear guard, because like I was mentioning, it is otherwise very limited. The strategy otherwise, right? Whilst the Vanguard has not only multi-attacking weapons, simple attacking weapons, magic weapons, physical weapons, different affinity weapons, rear guards are left out with just artifacts that use magic, guides on this game are also not clear on what makes your magic, your state heal. I'm going to assume they get increased the higher your magical attack is, but it's not clear. If you go over here to the menu and to the guides, they never state that as a fact. But what with instruments, what with buffs and debuffs? What with buffs and debuffs? Do they get any advantage if you have higher numbers or different strategies? I don't know. I think they don't. Aside from all other things that you were mentioning, I think they're being left out of a lot of the game. Not only are they like left into not only are they being left into activities that I don't know, I wouldn't say less fun, less strategic. I think it just depends on whether it's using them, right? I don't know, those buffs and those debuffs are okay. I feel they're lacking something. I feel there's something about rear guard that should be polished. There's something that could be improved, but I'm not exactly what or how. All in all, this particular game, I'm not very familiarized with other Square Enix's games. I was never a Final Fantasy player. I only played for a couple of minutes, right? So I never went in depth into Final Fantasy games. I did play Super Mario RPG from beginning to end, but with a different mindset, not analyzing or delving, not really analyzing. I wouldn't call it an analysis. I would call it more like a delving into the depths of things, right? I was just, okay, I'm playing, I got a new weapon, I'm using the new weapon because it's stronger, move on. I got another weapon, I changed the weapon, new weapon, like that, just waltzing through the content. So I wouldn't actually know if I could call it a considerable playthrough. Okay, I can't still just be very imaginative on what kind of weapons we're using here, because we have to remember she still doesn't have many things that move the balance, that kind of balance this numbers into the 25,000. So all in all, she's still going to need a couple of legendaries. She's on 18,000. I don't think this is gonna be enough. What did we choose, by the way? I know I selected one weapon that I like how it looks and that I think we don't have many on our characters. I wanted this sword instead. But then I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with this one instead. I don't know why sometimes I do that. Like I feel if I overindulge myself, I'll end up breaking the balance in something. Wow, that was a really loud firework. Got me all sorts of jumpy there. As you may have heard. Okay, we're doing badly here, sadly. We're not gonna be able to be as imaginative, tasteful in our weapon selection, because we are at 22,000. We need to have it at 25,000, because that's what some versus asking for. It's still at the balance, and it's a complete different gameplay than the one I usually use. Alright, so I think we're going to take our indulgence there. Swap the first weapon. 25,002. Could have been better unless it was 1 or 2 points lower. I'm thinking it can get closer to 25,000 than this. Not without some extreme meticulosity. $25 and 2. Sub-year complete, well, whatever, we don't mind. I don't like that it has 2 of each. It doesn't sound like it has a lot of personality. Right? It doesn't... You can't say of her, oh, she's more powerful with this and less powerful with that. Right? It doesn't have that much personality. Right? It still kind of does, because I'm not entirely sure if your numbers are like this, but your weapons actually don't hit the same. So maybe the legendaries still will hit harder than the SRs, and naturally than the I was going to say, I love this hammer. No, this hammer is not the one I love. It's the other one. That's cool too. So basically, if what I'm saying is correct, then she will still be more adept, more lethal at using fire weapons than she is at using grass weapons, and then at using quarter weapon. Although that sword on L probably more powerful. Yeah, it's definitely more powerful than those hostiles compared to us. Well, you know what? I'm just not thinking, but not analyzing, overwatching, overseeing. I don't know. I think it's part of the fun in the game, right? It's just not going and doing content. It's also talking about the game at times too, isn't it? We did forget to do something though. So this is my way of playing. The Vanguard has 25,000. The one that's named Vanguard has 25,000, or as close as possible. Just like the rear guard, and the strong Vanguard and the strong rear guard has, well, the recommended as the strongest. And that's mostly for content, the specific content that requires that, right? There is content that asks for this particular number, 25,000, some verses, and over 50,000 for other verses. That's when we call upon them for, and the other 11, I have my own particular system here, which includes all of these weapons that are being mentioned on this area here. So this is a boring part if you ask me, but I'm just gonna do the start of it, you know, like just a little bit, because this doing this in one single round is just asking to be in a bad mood. What we're gonna do is just main them. I'm not going to change the weapon, we're not going to do anything else. Why? This is odd. It's usually... Oh no, whenever you leave this, it usually takes you to the first one, not the last one, or it takes you to the last one, now I don't remember. Not at all enough to dedicate it, a dissertation, a dissertation like I usually use. Just started it, maybe I'm confused and it always takes you to the last one. I know I found inconvenient, but I don't remember why. It could have been either or. I want some variation on it. I don't want to have all the rear guards. Vanguard skills here guys at the end. So we just kind of shuffle this a little bit. Ajá, esa hamburguesota, usted como que quedó con hambre. I don't know which one is more inconvenient, if it goes all the way to the bottom. Well, it's gonna be inconvenient both ways. If you're going from the bottom up, remaining down, it's going to be inconvenient when you reach the upper part. And if you go from the bottom down, it's gonna be inconvenient when you start reaching the later ones. Yeah, so this is when it starts becoming a battle. Where are we already? Number 7? Number 8? We need to start going up, I don't know. And it's not that much of a battle if you're on mobile, but if you have to leave your mouse click press in order to go up, and your mouse is a trackpad, and your trackpad is slightly broken, and that's when you start thinking, man, I need to do this 300 times. It's a long-term kind of idea. Moreover, we're not even still actually doing it. But you know, this is the most fastidious part. After that, it's just fun time. When you actually get to choose your character, whichever character you want to use, and your weapon, whichever weapon you want to use, looking into the main tag that we have captured. I wonder if other people play the game using any character they use it, or if they're always going to be using the same character. I actually wonder a little bit of what people do with this 15 slots available to set characters. Do they use? Because, well, I suppose they get 15 strong vanguards and rear guard characters, right? But with different main weapon. Not even. I don't know, I really don't know how other people play this. I've only seen extremely strong people and bots. I wonder if everybody just pressed recommend the strongest and leave it at that. Or if there's actually some strategy being followed while other players as they did it. Because well, if you have a particular set of skills that you want to use, it makes sense not to fill the 20 weapons slots with weapons. Right? For extremely strong people, I'm going to assume that they have more than 20 legendaries or double legendary weapons, and so they actually have to choose because they're going to be using from those. Therefore, actually making changes into from one character to the other. But I feel that's about it. And that's as much as my imagination goes on how much other people's imagination goes. Oh man, I'm such a bad person. Well, you know, whether I'm good or bad is not important. It's something that just came up to my mind, so if it is being banned, I'm not going to hide it. But yeah, I don't think it goes beyond that. I'm trying to think of how I used to play. when I just went for the strongest things ever. Strongest thing I could find. Oh damn, I pressed the wrong button. What would I have done then? What would I have chosen? How would my 15 characters have been? I keep mentioning my experiences when playing Pokemon many years ago. I used to be a person that only chose... Well, no, actually, I never played a game solely with numbers. I remember when I played Pokemon, I was focusing on having the stronger Pokemon still, but not all the time. I also chose my Pokemon based on whatever, sometimes sentimental value, sometimes how they look, I guess. Not just because they were the most powerful, but also not just because any other reasons. Like, there was a balance. Some of them were chosen because they were very powerful. Some of them were chosen just because. Some of them were chosen because they were given to me, and I kept them, right? And I had some sentimental attachment to them too. Oh, that was my way of playing. I remember battling people that were with more powerful Pokemon, and I don't remember if they... Well, I never got to ask them either, but I never got to know if they chose them because they were so powerful, or because they actually felt some sort of attachment or inclining towards them. I really don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Man, that intrigues me a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just enough to actually be keen into going into a Pokemon stream and asking them why they chose any particular Pokemon. I bet there are people that blindly follow a guide and just choose some Pokemon. Wait, we got Crossroads twice, didn't we? No, we didn't. Okay, so what's missing? Hotbeds? Days? I think it's the instruments, this ridiculously long instrument. Yes, I'm totally sure of it. Like I said, I don't doubt that there are people that blindly follow a guide or maybe some other person's advice. Like if someone tells you, this Pokemon is super strong, then chances are some people just use it because of that without even double checking that information, right? Alright, and I'm not just being insulting here or demeaning on people. I actually played games too. I actually also played games when I was younger when I just follow a guide and just did that, right? And actually, I remember this particular game that I liked so much that I still play, but not the same way that I did back then. I remember following a guide because I thought that was the way that was going to get me into the best numbers, I guess. I really don't know. Man, I just remember the game and now I want to play it. It's so good. It's such a good game. But not right now. Okay, so this is done. I'm not going to do anything else with this right now. It needs more work. It needs to actually have the things done. But you know what? I think that's a big advance for today. So let's move on. And let's go into actual gameplay. we still don't have as many weapons either, so there's probably gonna be more than one category there that's not going to have the correct weapon, right? If we have less than 2 days to log in our other account, the one that requires those crystals, so they can use the Medal of Desire. So before we start this, I will take a short second to attempt to solve this business. I should be back in just a couple of seconds, so don't go away. I need to configure my phone first. Oh, bad news. Okay. This cable, this phone cable is so broken. Bothersome, it's really bothersome. I keep losing my religion there, losing my connection, having my power drain. Woo! Alright, Christ is about to and we're back. With a little more whiskey on. Not that much, but then again there's not that much left, so gonna have to consider stretching it. It was a good drink, it was tasteful. Oh, it was tasteful. It was really tasty. Aha. So, going back into memory lane, yes. I remember playing that game, following that particular guide, which said, yes, you should do this, this and that. First, I was surprised and frustrated at never being able to get into the higher numbers. Like, man, what am I doing wrong? This is supposed to be the way. Am I reading this one? What's happening? Why isn't my character? Why isn't my account ranking up in the numbers? And that was about it. I didn't get around into other details of the game at that time. Okay, so to give a little more background on the game, so that I can explain some more of its details. The game allows you to first create a castle, town, city, whatnot, right? Create structures. And then... Mire, tenés esa sábana al revés. De resto por aquí. And then, after creating said structures, you would create troops and attack other towns, castles, and whatnot, right? It was a text-based game, but it was a strategy game nonetheless, one that could be compared to other of similar styles as Warcraft or whatnot, right? This was an MMO, a text-based MMO. Okay, so basically, the strategy guides for Nether, for Dark, was to like create a lot of zombies, have them on the first stack, because the game required you to place your troops in a particular order, and that particular order was the one that they were going to get them into battle, right? So it was like, get leeches on your first stack, get zombies on your second stack, around this power level, the end. That was a guide. And I was like, oh okay, we'll follow that. I did that and never was able to get high in the numbers, to get to rank high in the overall game rankings, right? So it was really weird for me, it was really frustrating. The saddest part is that first of all, for a second there, I completely forgot how the heck it was when I actually played the game in the first place before reading the guide. Before you read the guide, you just walk blindly into the troops and probably start recruiting the troops that are considered less powerful or less efficient. So forget about just recruiting zombies and leeches. I was probably, because I don't actually remember, but I was probably when I first started recruiting every troop that I saw, because the game just put so many troops. Different ways to just not do it, right? So I started doing everything, but I started losing everywhere because you could only fight other people, and other people were always about being extremely powerful. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Does it sound like every other game in the world? So it's not very different from what you may have seen in other games. So what happens every single time, in my opinion? At least I think that's something I have seen like so many times in games, happening so many times in games that things don't change, it seems. Okay, so basically I just kept losing and losing and losing, so I resorted to guides, and then I kept losing and losing and losing. So it was so terrible. I remember I stopped playing the game, but I don't remember why. Well, it wasn't related to that. I just went into another game. Right? Maybe. Just a maybe. But I don't doubt that one of the reasons why I left the game probably would have been because of the frustration of continuously losing and not feeling like I was advancing or making a progress or whatnot, right? But here's the thing. Being smarter or feeling at least like I have been throughout the years, I got to the conclusion that that wasn't what I should have been doing in the game. What should I have been doing in the game? Well, I have no idea. But what I am doing right now feels better. At least now I don't get frustrated because I don't rank in the first numbers of the list. I still probably do, but not that much. I just stopped caring about that all that much and actually started enjoying things like this. Like having my characters use up one weapon. Like not even bothering if we reach the end of the verses and the higher numbers in the game and whatnot. There's so much game that gets lost, in my opinion, by just aiming at that and enjoying things like this. Like, just wanna play, not extremely strong play, not extremely fast play. But I don't regret actually having this way of thinking nowadays, which greatly differs from that. But I do think that when I first joined this game, something in me must have gone that playing the way I play right now is the right way. In other words, I feel that when one is more ignorant, at times, one may be more wise. One ignores something, one may actually be better at other things. And the way I'm playing right now could be similar, maybe, to the way someone that just joins the game may play. Right? If you don't tell anybody that you can get a bunch of weapons, if you don't tell anybody that you can get into so many places, if you don't tell anybody about numbers, some people, I'm not saying everybody, but some people may just start, blindly going at it and get to use some actions that are fairly similar to the ones I'm trying to do, which is, I don't know, get not the strongest weapon, but the weapon you like, before you start knowing that some weapons are stronger than others, or more efficient than others, things like that. You may, some people may, not everybody, but I believe some people may just have a similar approach and just go for the weapon they like. They feel more inclined to, or they feel more intrigued about things like that, right? It's a possibility, not necessarily a fact, and not necessarily something that applies to everybody, even if it actually applies to anybody. I think it applied to me. But with this, I'm not saying that the game should be overly simplified or that having more complex mechanics and mechanisms is wrong. I'm not saying any of that. Actually, the opposite. It's good that there is this. The problem is not the game. The problem sometimes are not the creators of the game, in some aspects at least, or the developers or the publishers. The problem is mostly the players. Is it the players' fault? I don't know. They are the problem. Or we are, if I include myself into the way I used to play it too. Oh no, why did I went that fast? We are the problem, it isn't necessarily the player's fault, I suppose. It is somewhat the player's fault, but it is the player's responsibility at times. Oh, I believe it should be the player's responsibility, I believe, to... Wait, what happened here? To aim improvement for growth. Alright, it is a player's responsibility to grow rather than the publishers or the developers or anybody else. Yeah, it is a player's responsibility because it is the player that's going to play the game, right? It's not someone else that should be doing it for them. But oftentimes, I don't think anybody does it. Some people don't find the answers, maybe, but some people don't look for the answers either. And then again, is there even really an answer? I can't say that the way I play is the right way. I enjoy it. I did it's good. But can you say it is the right way? It is not right for everybody? Maybe? I really don't know. I think it's up for every person to determine if something is right or not. So for me, it is right. For everybody, it may not be right. If you ask me, if you get into the state of mind that I feel I have, I believe you will be able to find more than different things. But even if I were to give you the step-by-step on how I play a game, as I more or less do, it doesn't mean that you will find it, you will find the answer. It doesn't mean that. It is not necessarily so. Actually, and this is just not a start, I have come to believe sometimes what I do is wrong. not the gameplay, but giving info, giving ideas, explanation, things like that, they may even be wrong. Why? Well, because I may be wrong, I may be paranoid here, but I think sometimes by giving these advices or ideas or experiences, some people or some things or some happenings for some reason or another. Like if you get someone to drink some cherry, it may create other obstacles for you. Right? It may be just a paranoia, but it may not be. And by immediately some clues or hints or some things like that, some other obstacles may appear in your way. Right, so I take out an obstacle for you and another obstacle shows up. That's just a hypothesis, not necessarily a fact or not necessarily something that's accurate. Just an hypothesis created out of fear, an experience. But yeah, it may even be giving you worsening the situation for some of you rather than improving it. But I still like to talk. So there's still a part of me that believes that doing the things I do may actually oh man, I hate it so much. It takes so long to create the game, and these assholes just ended so fast and so bothered by this. I want to see my 10-minute battles, honestly. I want to see a battle that lasted 10 minutes. I managed to do one. I managed to end one up with 1 second remaining. That was perfected. Yeah, that was perfected. It was a flawless battle as far as I remember it. The fact that it reached, the fact that it was finished at 1 second remaining is an accomplishment, or a huge accomplishment. So yeah, the game that I was mentioning, I didn't get to play it for many years after. Well, I played at first when I was in high school. I think that's when I started reading the guides. Then I stopped playing it, and then the game closed. Years later, when I was in the university, I got to play it again. And not just that, but I was lucky enough to find other people that actually knew the game and played it too. We found a new server that was again running, and we started playing. Still not with this same mindset, and I think we started sharing strategies and stuff. We wanted to get high in the numbers and things like that, and we started playing, but I felt that the most time it passed, the more we started drifting apart. Like each one started playing by themselves. We were different magic schools. He was using red, and I was using, I think it was either white or black. Yeah, the colors were fairly similar to those in Magic too, because I don't remember. I think it was red was destruction, obliteration, something like that. I don't remember. And black was nether, and white was, but I don't know. They give different names in different games. Whatever. Let's just follow by the color. Okay, so anyways, we were using different classes, races. I don't know what the heck those are. And those are more, so our strategies will also vary, right? Therefore we started not having all that much to talk about, and if you're in the same guild, you don't attack your guildmates, so even less to talk about, and even less gameplay to share about, right? Because we didn't have all that much to play or to talk about or to play together. But nowadays things would be different if you ask me, because I would attack my ally because I feel it's not just about who wins, but that actually who makes a better game. Like if both players manage to get fairly similar numbers and the battles are intriguing, worth reading or watching. Reading in this case because it was a text-based game. Or in a video worth watching, and you get entertained by the crime. That's what makes it a good battle, a better battle. So I wouldn't mind. I would actually prefer to not be in the same guild and to have someone with a similar state of mind to be able to play the game. But you know, I didn't have that mindset back in that particular time, so I couldn't share it with that friend at that moment. Therefore I can't just refute my theory that maybe he would still have followed my vision, and we may have not been able to play anyway. Anyway. Anyway, Nowadays, years later after that, I started changing my playstyle, my play philosophy, and I went back into that game, and I saw something completely different. I started seeing things in a very different way, and all the things that were there and that I was missing on, I was able to start playing them, rather than just going for first stack of leeches and second stack of zombies. I was actually noticing all the many troops there were, all the many ways someone different battle styles, all the things, all the battle reports you can read, all the things. It was something very different. And thus a new game appeared for me, basically. The saddest part is that the game still has the same problems though. You can create your castle, your city or your kingdom or whatever. You can recruit your troops. You can research your magic and your technology, but you have no one to battle with. If you play my style, only the people that are recently starting and that are not wise enough to just go around and creating a strong army are the only ones that you're going to be able to play. And even then, you're only going to be able to play with them because they get given default troops, and those are the ones that you can battle against, and that is fun to play. Because the troops that you start recruiting after that are so insanely powerful. All the other troops that they keep getting are so insanely powerful that all gameplay gets lost. Basically, you can only play the people that have just recently arrived, and only for a short moment before they get wise and become dumb and start playing badly like everybody else. Does it sound familiar? Does that look like another game that we have seen? Oh yeah, it's basically the same situation for every and any other game. I have gone through so many games only to find the same over and over again. And I don't mean the game. Games are good almost everywhere. Almost every game that I have played is good. And almost every game became even better when I started having different mindset about it, playing it this way. They just kept becoming better, and the people just kept becoming worse. Oh no, maybe everybody just keeps being about the same, not better, that's for sure. So I have gone through so many games and just haven't found absolutely anything different about the players that I should just give up. But yeah, that game was pretty nice. I actually recommend it a lot. I haven't played it in quite a while because it's definitely difficult to find time for me with so many games. I have thought about it. It's actually my number 5 game, in my all-time favorite. That game that I just mentioned. It's my number 5 game in my all-time favorite game. But that needs a little revision in here, but because Twitch-SINoALICE is like a very high-ranked game. Or it will be, or at least it will be once we get another computer to play. The game is still good, but you know, these things, these problems that it has are very game breaking, don't get me wrong. But the game is still probably one of my top 5 favorites too, so I need to revise that list. So yeah, still anyways, my top 5 is more like a top 7 or top 8. But that's not to consider it less amazing though, trust me, I have played many games throughout my years. If you go to the VOD section, you will see more than 8 games having been played, that's certain. So, now looking down to an 8 games list is still a feat. You can trust me on that. And I have considered going back to it, but the only way I can play that game is if I create multiple accounts and have them battle each other. Does it sound similar? Does it ring a bell anyway? where am I seeing? Where have I seen something like that? Yeah, right in this game and any other game, basically. In the end, it's just me creating multiple accounts and trying to play with myself on every game that I play. Especially multiplayer online games, like a recurring thing, right? So yeah, what I should also consider though is like having a problem here because I'm not in the same game. I have not kept playing the same game. I keep going to other games and playing other games. Am I in the wrong? Do I have is there a problem there with my gameplay or something? I don't know. I don't think so. I still want to play that other game. I just play other games, but I want to play that game too. Like, whenever it comes to mind, I feel like, man, I want to play that game so much, right? Especially that one. That's one of my top 5, like I say, so you can trust me on it. Being a game that I would play. It's text-based, and I actually got to stream it a couple of times. Heck, I actually got to record a VOD, so you can find it in the VOD section. It's not just me blabbering incoherences here. It is a very big part, a very important part of my life, that game. And a proof of it is that I played even not that long ago. I got to stream a text-based game and VOD it. I even got to watch that VOD once or twice. So it required me to read the reports to make it more interesting, right? And I felt it was interesting. I thought I got to watch those videos and enjoy them. So yeah, it was a good thing. It wasn't bad. So even if I am not persistent with any particular game, even if I don't stay in a single game for even long periods of time, I feel like I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy my gameplay style. Maybe just over excusing myself or as a word, overindulging my own lack of something. Maybe, I really don't know. Well, you get to doubt that you get to have doubts from time to time, especially when you see that everybody, absolutely everybody that you meet plays differently and does things differently in games. Like, you start questioning your own sanity even, or, well, not your sanity, maybe, but not that much. But you start definitely questioning your methods, your actions, your whatever it is that you're trying to do, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But for me, this is something good. This is something that I like. Just watching the battle, just staying and enjoying the battle as it unfolds. God damn it, I hate this song so much. I knew I shouldn't have left this song when I first saw it. It's a 7-hour mix, but I knew this song was going to come on. I hate it so much. Oh man, I don't want to interrupt the battle. The battle is going so well. It's going nowhere. Like, the enemy is so strong, we're probably going to lose this, like, almost definitely. Well, I don't care. I like this. I enjoy this. Just watching the characters jump around. Look at that Snow White using that. What the heck is that? Is that like a hammer? it should be like a stave. I like it so much because it looks like a staff, but it's not. It's a hammer, or it's a crusher's weapon, a heavy weapon. It's a heavy weapon, but I don't know what that is. It looks like a staff. It's definitely not a hammer, right? Well, it's like the weapon Red Riding Hood uses, which is called something of brutality. I think it's something called like, it's called something like Weapon of Brutality, something that's awfully generic. And if you see it, it's so weird. It's similar to that, but with some edges, like a sight, but it's not a sight either. So it's the product of someone really imaginative and really scary because of all these weaponry and torturing devices kind of thing. It frightens me, but at the same time I don't like weapons because of that. I don't know why I like weapons, but I don't like them because of the destructive potential or maiming capability or torturing abilities. No, nothing like that. I actually like this because there's blood, but there's no blood as per se. There's no maiming. That's why I like video games so much. Most of them are violence. It's just simulated violence or animated violence that can go just about as far as your imagination can go. For me, I actually don't like the games that are overly realistic. I think it goes the opposite way of what games are to go. I still enjoy some of them from time to time too, but I don't care much about a game being overly realistic. I actually like the sound, I just don't like the start of it. I think I'm gonna have to edit it rather than just drop it out. It's not that bad. That part that sounded there was good, but the song overall is, especially that part here, the start and the end are really bad. Anyways, yeah, I like things like this because really they just swing around weapons. Sometimes they don't even hit. Okay, I actually kind of like when they hit too, but in this game they don't hit. They just swing the weapons, right? But it's so fun to watch. It's so entertaining. I enjoy it so much. It's so bad that it's going to end so soon. We still have like 3 more minutes. 3 minutes 37 left in the clock. But these freaking artifact users, I really enjoy it. Just watching those weapons being thrown, the scythe, the spear, and the whatever that is, the staff kind of weapon. I like it so much because it looks like a staff without it being a staff. And I like using staves, not just for healing. As you may have seen if you're following the channel. By the way, Alex, are you still in chat? Have you left? Are you still there? I wanted to get your perspective on what do you think about the new Vision. I am very fond of going near the action or like watching the details in the games, right? So I enjoy many games. I many times enjoy games when I can get close like that, and even if the pixelation gets a little obtrusive, slightly, I still enjoy so much being able to watch that from up close or zoom in. So I wanted to have someone else's opinion on this, and if you're still here and enjoying the video, enjoying the stream, I would love for you to tell me what do you think about this new modifications we have made on the SINoALICE stream. Another game I enjoy doing zoom in is Heroes of Might and Magic, especially Heroes of Might and Magic 2. No, actually I enjoy doing zooming on all Heroes of Might and Magic, but especially number 3. It's one that you can do that fairly easy, and I love it. I love it when we don't clear it with 5 minutes remaining. Oh no, I went too fast. Oh, I'm glad they have intro video. That's some great voice acting. That's some freaking great voice acting. I love it. I love it. This game takes their voice acting very seriously. I think the whole Japanese culture takes their voice acting deeply seriously, and I love it for because I don't know. I think. Well, they are very big in the matter of animation, right? But they're not just, okay, animation for the sake of animation. They are very appreciative of their voice actors. And even their animators, many animators are like well-renowned animators. But, oh no. Oh, it's a staff user, a state user. It's just going to not allow our... I don't know about stages, but still the battle is going so fast. Those are the weirdest stages I've seen. Honestly, I don't recall having seen stages like those. But the warning still applies. It's better that they don't even heal rather than tap to attack. It's gonna be a tough battle because my characters are not that strong, and all we are doing is receiving extreme healing. Well, really not that much. This is verse 7, or is it, no, I think this is verse 6, and I think we are going against Gretel, which means we're gonna lose so badly because that clearly is, well actually that Gretel is very strong hitting, not necessarily consistent. there's a chance we may be able to do the verse or lose from timeout. I think I can pay attention to the screen. I prefer to watch the stream screen rather than the phone. I like the phone better, but what I am selling, so to say, is what you can see on the computer. So I need to be very depending on that, taking that off the head. This song I don't like too much either. I took it from another mix, but I think I could leave it on this one because it's not good, but not that bad. And it's kind of funny watching this battle with that song in the background. Now it's going to begin. Yeah, we're not gonna die this time from red or heavy damage. She hits a lot. If we were not being healed by such a extreme healer, I bet we would have died. Or we would be dying. But her health bar is going so low, going down so low, that I doubt we're gonna be able to get the burst done. Nonetheless, it is still pretty fun battling, right? With that song in the background, it's oddly entertaining. I just wish our allies there would also try to have fun on the top attacking. I told them to tap to attack, they didn't even give a darn. Still, I'm glad, I'm actually happy that we got these two, because we can get to enjoy the 10 minutes of battle. Too bad the computer just crashes a little bit. But it still goes pretty well at times, see? Come on. There we go. Look at all of them just playing. Gretel versus Gretel 2. By the way, that's a half nightmare of boom. It looks like a Sleeping Beauty, but I think we have a Sleeping Beauty half nightmare. It doesn't look like her.
Don't tell me what direction you have to take. No, not anywhere. Don't tell me that to see both worlds and it's not a bad thing. Don't tell me to believe that decision you made.
I hate not receiving answers, not being acknowledged. Okay, honestly, that's so odd. There's a BRB emote. Not gonna lie though, when the heck are you going to use that in this game? Like, things are already very fast paced. Everybody already just finishes the version so fast, and even if they don't, it's just a 10-minute thing. When are you going to ever use a BRB emote? How can you BRB from a 10-minute thing? It's like, definitely going to anything that I can think of you doing that you can BRB to is probably going to take more than 10 minutes. Had we not had two healers, I bet we could have done this race. It's okay, the bar was already showing up the last of the health, but it was okay, it was good. I enjoyed it. And I think with this, we're going to be ending our SINoALICE stream. Why? There are two reasons. The first one is you know that saying, live while you're winning? If you go when you're winning or something like that, I think it's the saying, how the saying goes. And second, Mabinogi is waiting for us too. We didn't receive the 24. We should receive the new year there. Okay, so we are not going to be doing the mission, so we are not going to be collecting we're not going to be collecting daily from there. But we can do all the other things. Let's see. I think the first thing is to do... Okay, so wait. We are not going to be doing... We're not going to be doing daily. Right? Because we are not going to be doing the 10 versions. So if we don't do daily, we don't need to go through purification, upgrading, even Colosseum tomorrow. You can just go to Grimoire because well, prices. But none of the other things are necessary. ¡Qué frío! Okay, so let's get over to the Daily Grimoire. So this one and so this account is going to be left on standby. But I wonder if I'm missing out on something. Oh, okay, I need to do something before I change it, but I don't remember what that something was. Yeah, she already has more or less everything she needs. If I'm not wrong. Like she already has Vanguard, strong Vanguard, strong Rearguard, Vanguard, Rearguard, strong Vanguard, strong Rearguard. All the 15 characters are created. Okay, we got a Sword of Necessary Evil, Spirit of Love and Hate, and Oblivion's Intent, which is the hammer that I have mentioned on past occasions. Is one of my favorites. On the mod, on the design, on the coloring, my favorite is probably Lion Killer Iron Hammer. Yeah, that was the name. Lion Killer's Iron Hammer. Lion Killer's Iron Hammer. The puppet's face. Oh my god, the puppet's face are the best. Paula and Noya's face. They say we're giving out 11 daily free reward times 11. Oh wow. Open mouthed. I wanna. That's kind of odd, isn't it? I would have guessed this was like and this would be the Christmas present. This is so odd. Like they gave out a pre-Christmas present that was better than the Christmas present because honestly they gave like 50 crystals. That's quite low if you ask me. Yeah, it was actually 50 crystals. They gave out 50 crystals. That was like the steamiest, wow, that was scary. The steamiest gift ever. 50 crystals. But before Christmas, they gave like 600, wow, not even a thing. Oh no, there's one. They gave out 600 points, I think, for a grimoire that gives you 5, or was it 10? I'm not sure if it was 5 grimoires, or 10 grimoires for 150. So basically you either got like 5, 10, 15, 20 grimoires, or like 40 grimoire as a pre-Christmas gift. But then came, and also, you are getting this thing, which is a daily 11 grimoires, but the Christmas gift was 50 crystals. That's so this ought to be the Christmas gift, shouldn't it? It's a statement that I'm not exactly able to understand the entirely, just the Hero Sword, Burning Sadiation, Violin of Seal, also the Lofty Spear. Worst thing ever. Torture Doctor, yeah, freaking torture, using that all the time. Military records of the Ice Kingdom. Meat Pulverizer. I get so many hammer looking things in this account, and I'm not that fond of those things. I actually like all the A ones more. I especially love the Fairy Blaster. That's one of my favorite weapons. Military records of the Ice Kingdom is beautiful, boy. It's like so beautiful. Look at it. It's like a nice book. It's so beautiful. I love it. I love this book. Review, don't review. Don't get me out of the game to do a review. Super happy about that military record of the Ice Kingdom. Now here on the phone, well, we got a couple of these books that I like a lot. They're called Chaotic Desire. Chaotic Desire is pretty nice. Purple book with like a purple diamond in the middle. Okay, let's go to our metal exchange too. Zero friend metal. Oh, there's a problem there. And there's a really big problem that I'm not gonna be bothered about today. And the problem is that this account created all the verses. And you don't get friend medals if you're creating the verses, only if someone is joining the verses. Oh man, and this one also could have bought a weapon today. Needs to collect. Yeah, I think she can come back to buying the weapon. Ugh. No, let's collect rewards. Oh, you know what? No, yeah, let's collect. Let's go to the the shooting gallery. There must be one or two missions that we can collect too. But it was more or less a waste, because we did quite a lot of verses all in all. Maybe not 10, but we did quite a lot of verses anyway. We only can collect one. Wow, we can only collect one verse. Well, don't complain all that much. If you summon one Grimoire, you get 4 crystals. I don't know, this crystal run is so uphill. I don't see my crystal numbers going up, ever. They're supposed to be going on, but I don't know, maybe I just use them faster than I get them. Man, there's only 2 they left. So bad, what are we gonna do about it? do about it? Wait, this is a bottle? We have 5,500 and you need 6,000. Okay, I think we're gonna hold it. I think we're gonna hold it for tomorrow, but that's a problem. This account will be swapped tomorrow. And this event and these tickets are going to be deprecated. Oh man, come on, why are you pushing me to play more verses like that? To make it even worse, she hasn't even finished the story. What a bother. It is a bottle. I was about to leave and I'm being pulled back in. Like, I don't like being all that pressure to be pulled back in. Come on. I have an agenda too. And I don't like being coerced like that. Okay, let's see. There's a problem here. There's two problems here. First, she hasn't finished. There's no guarantee that she will be able to finish. But moreover, she doesn't have any reasons to do it either, so... yeah. She doesn't have all the many tickets, but she can still play tomorrow. So let's create a verse with her. Let's nonetheless try for the same verse again, because it's a difficult one. We may not be able to do it, but if we manage to once again stretch the timer to 10 minutes, I will feel happy. I close this, nothing. too. Does it make any difference? Four verses. Come on, why do you have to be like this? Please cooperate. We're gonna have to play this first back again. Right? Yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go for safe versus even though I don't like this. No, you know what? Let's not. Let's go for good versus. 4 versus. If you miss one, game over. you play 3. If you fail one, we can play 2 more. I actually love the game. I'm not in it just for the rewards. I just don't like using the rewards either. Wow, that's beautiful. The Tree of Piggies. using a violin. Has all of them using violins? Did you notice that? I've seen I don't know, I'm not very familiarized with Three Little Pigs. Especially this Three Little Pigs, Half Nine. Look at them, they're all playing the violin. That's so cute. That's so cute. I know that sometimes when they attack, when one attacks, the others go and use like some billboards to hear some pom-poms and stuff, right? But I'm not familiar on how the rear guard works, and I was definitely not expecting Three Little Piggies using pretty cute violence. Oh, you know what? She could just skip and get the remaining tickets. Oh, that's right. Well, we're already at this, right? So let's play a little bit. Oh no, that was bad. That was bad. That was a mistake. It's a real mistake. Oh no, so much mistake. Now we have this person to finish the verses before we can join in. This is so sad. It's so sad when this happens. How come nobody else sees it? Well, it's the same. I keep saying it. When I was not knowing how to play, I wouldn't have thought about playing any other way. And since I have never, well, I have met, I think I was taught by someone, I'm quite sure of it. And that person also was not very happy seeing my playstyle, I believe. But it helped me change. I don't understand why no one else does. Well, whatever, I'm not the one, I guess, to show the way for anybody else, or whatever. The way or whatever it is that has to be shown, I'm not the one for it to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the problem when you get two supports. It's bound to be even less of a game. Little violence. I want to usually do the same with all support items. No, I think it would be just too difficult with artifacts, right? I mean, that's when they do their cheering up and stuff. What about the 3 stars? They get 3 stars with 3 stages, so they get 3 stages too. That would be too difficult too. Because they're not getting the same violin. So little violin, so cute. I do wonder if they do it with all other instruments. The second line in is my big brother. Wasn't Hansel the smaller brother? I remember it, so the second one I've done, he was a younger brother. Maybe I misread. Wow, look at the health bar. I love when the health bars go low. You never know what's gonna happen.
What news? The phone just froze so much. Oh, it's so frozen. I'm not gonna be able to join in, I bet. Come on, come on. As usual. Still hasn't opened though, so... Oh, forget it. Still hasn't opened yet. It would have taken forever. Let's open it again. And I'm more and more tempted to leave it like this. Time is it? Come on, okay. Just need 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes. Honestly, if I could play it my way, I probably would be even more inclined to continue playing. It hasn't been a bad day, but it's still a bother not being able to enjoy the most out of the verses, right? Like, we could definitely be doing 10-minute verses if we were taking all the seeds and worrying more on strategies and stuff like that. But probably not. We would just auto combat anyways. maybe from time to time actually use a couple of skills. Yeah, that's the problem. My playstyle leaves the strategy out the window a lot. Because you only have one skill. One skill from one weapon, so it takes out the strategy. But that's why we also have the 25,000 and the 25,000 Vanguard, 25,000 rear guard, and the strong Vanguard and the strong rear guard. The problem is that we never use them. I don't know, I'm just not that fond of the most difficult verses. They can get like so tense. I know it's like the opposite of what a video game player should be thinking, but wow, only one day remaining. I'm going to say we should try Burst 8, but I think we can't join Burst 8 if he hasn't done it. Or rather, if he hasn't done Burst 7 or non-cooperative. Okay, so we move all that bar forward. Move that bar forward only to end up in the same song again. Guess we're just gonna have to wait for it to finish. Well, I wanna pick it out. I don't like it that much. Not something I hate that much, but it's something that becomes I don't know, I feel it becomes bad. I don't like the I can stand it, but not that much. The song is long. So after a while, I'm like, doesn't even have a bad rhythm. It's like the voice. I don't like the voice. It's just so. It's kind of catchy. I can see myself moving to the rhythm when I listen to it. Wow, featuring Alice, none other. The one and only. Oh, I'm not sure if it can be read on my stream setting. Well, the joke is it's not just the Alice model, her name is Alice too. Her name tag is actually Alice. It just vanishes, it just disappears out of existence. All video effects get super us there. Sometimes they just shrink. They vanish into the floor or something. Well, she grows out of nowhere, so it just makes sense that she shrinks to the same place when leaving. So I think the weapons we're using are a gluttonous sight, candlestick of somnolence, the violin, I don't know, I think it's the A violin, one of the two A violins. I think there are two A violins. One is called a lovely violin and one is called a blessed violin, I think. That seems to be the blue one. Maybe no, I will be making it up. It's just throw a coin. It's either one or the other. Lovely violin or blessed violin. Probably those are the names of the two A ones. Oh no, I feel bad for her. She was just covering herself while leaving. No, I'm gonna lie, I actually think we got some of the best prices in the Christmas gacha. Come to think about it, God, thinking about it. What's the word I'm looking for? Objectively, thinking about it, objectively, I think we got the best prices in this gacha, and I've never well, I don't think I often do get best prices, but it wasn't what I was aiming at. I would think I was aiming at Bonnie Alice. I don't know, I just decided to play the gacha. Like, I think I said, oh, I'm just gonna try once, let's see whatever I get, I don't mind what I get. Well, just to give it a shot. And we got the tree and the Santa, so that's why I say objectively, I think we got the best prices, right? Tree and a Santa from a Christmas gachapon sounds like best prices that you can get on a oh no, I pressed the wrong button on the phone. It's gonna take forever to get in again. Come on, hurry up. But I wanted the bunny. Like, when I saw the models, I said, oh, I want the bunny Alice. I wanted the Rapunzel because I love Rapunzel. So I'm glad we got the Rapunzel too. But I wasn't that keen on the tree. I saw it and I was like, oh wow, a tree. But after I got it, I was like, oh man, I think we actually got a pretty good one. And the more we've been playing with it, the more I feel like that's the biggest prize, even higher than Rapunzel. Even though Rapunzel is the Santa, so it's still the second biggest prize. But that's a tree. Basically, the whole story arc revolves around the tree. And if Aladdin wasn't such a nudist, I think the elf is also a high price there. Now, I don't want to be mean, but what is Gretel? Mrs. Santa? Right? I don't know. No, I think he is dressed as Jack Frost. I just noticed because of the cape. But I couldn't make sense of the... I thought it was like a nice Christmas outfit, right? A nice Christmas attire. But more I was thinking about each person's part, the more I thought that this should be something other than just a regular outfit. Like it may be, I may be wrong, but it could be a Jack Frost kind of attire. Maybe not, maybe it's completely unrelated. It could be Mrs. Claus too. It could just be a nice Christmas outfit, and that's it. But it just came to mind that it may just be something like a Jack Frost or a Spirit of Christmas or something. That cape seems very emblematic to the Spirit of Christmas. But I thought the Spirit of Christmas was Santa Claus, so I'm not all that sure. There's also Snow White. I don't recall what was Snow White wearing. And what about Alice Bonnie Parka? What's that supposed to be? Like very anti-Christmas, or bunnies are kind of a part of Christmas because they're cute, and Santa always carries a bunny when cuter, and these are supposed to be even more cute. I really don't know. It could be because it's the anti-Christmas faction, and a bunny is from Easter. I don't know, I think bunnies are not like a key part of Christmas, but they're also not very unheard of or out of character. What I find out though is why Little Match Girl was not featured in this gacha. Especially after last time, oh no. After last time they were like, oh yeah, Little Match Girl is being quite reelected, and now they elect her from the Christmas event, which is supposed to be like her main thing. Okay, now I think we got enough tickets to... Wow, I need to do... I got 3 AP left. In my phone I got 3 AP left. So if you need to do even a single burst, I'm gonna have to purify. Okay, so we actually have 6,300. But on the phone, we only got 5,923. Well, I need to purify, and I don't want to use a purification ticket. You know what, we just need to watch it play there. Wow, we got 2 glass books. That's great news. I wonder if we can make wow, 2 glass books. That was really lucky. That wasn't. Make a dude wasn't, but 2 glass books. I wonder if you can do an upgrade, limit break. I'm so intrigued. Let's see that. Oh wait, we are going for broke now. Even the sign falls. Oh, we got a glass book. Too bad we lost it. Man, I'm gonna feel so sad if we are not able to do the stuff, because we could have just not received a glass book on this Go for World that makes you trade your items want it or not. Did you even get like a good trade price? I don't know. We got some medals. Some medals. That's hardly even worth it. Yeah, well, I just did it because it was fun to watch the thingy, but actually that Go for Broke thing that just breaks my spirit, that conversion rate. I'm gonna feel really sad if we're not able to do it because of one single glass book that we got on the Go for Broke. I'm gonna feel it's an insult. A joke, an insult kind of thing, right? You could have just not given me the glass book there on that last Go for Broke thing. Because if I hadn't done the Go for Broke, you could have not given me the glass book anyway, so I would take it as an insult if it is necessary. This account, I think, was the most fortunate because it was the one that got all the glass book, and I think it's the one that got all the it's the one that received all the starry sea. All the starry sea. And an extra one. And I think and I'm sure we just saw it was the one that received all the glass books and an extra one. And if it's a little more lucky, it can be able to get Dead Lullaby's limit broken. It's not as impressive, it's not a nail, but it's fun, and I like having more weapons, right? I often don't like doing a limit break if I don't have a backup of the weapon pre-evolved. That's why I haven't limit broken either. Well, I usually don't limit break the weapons they give as gifts, because they often only give you the set amount of weapons that you need to do the limit break, but they never give you a backup to have it non-evolved. And these weapons are kind of weird. They give out weapons that I've never seen elsewhere. Or it leads me to believe that they're actually unique weapons that they give in there. For example, when they gave Septeptopus, and now they're giving out Unjust Regret. I never seen those weapons in gacha, so it leads me to believe that they are exclusive weapons to their own. They fall without any special effect. They just fall asleep there. I love Gabriela. 2,500? I need to get to 3,000, otherwise we're gonna waste more time using ticket by ticket. Always my greed. We were about to leave. We should have just left. But I thought about those tickets, and after seeing that Death's Lullaby there, so close to being upgraded and broken, I just couldn't avoid it. But I'm gonna jump in Mabinogi and probably fall asleep. This is almost 3 a.m. Nah, come on, I wanna play Mabinogi too. 5 more minutes again. Right now, I don't even mind that we're being covered by someone. Yeah, finish it fast. The faster the better this particular time. Why is this person using a nightmare? I don't think it's gonna have enough time to even summon it. Wow, that was so fast. What's with that nightmare? How come that summoning so fast? That has to be a record. I've never seen a game going down that fast. It's slightly surprising, even though I often criticize that gameplay. I can still admire the what's the name of it? That thing that gets done on streams often when they try to finish game fast. It's not something like fast run. What's the name of it? Speedrun, yeah. I can still admire the fastest speedrun. Not that I want to be participant in it on more than one occasion. In this case, on more than 3 occasions. We still need 200 more tickets, more or less. Give or take a few. I can admire Team 1 and know it requires a lot of preparation and practice and stuff. But it's not my thing. You can see one and I'm good for a while. I remember I saw a couple of speedruns. Right? Well, I think I saw an event where they talked about speedruns. Yeah, I think that was it, because I'm not even a speedrun kind of person. Like watching speedruns. I'm not that interested in them either, so I don't know, I could say 1 or 2, but after a while I'm like, oh. And that's just when it's like a very fast speedrun. If it's something like 1 hour, well, even a 1 hour speedrun, I think I could watch for like 5 hours speedrun. I don't even know how those are playing. Because usually in the world of speedrunning, it just was a 45-second speedrun. I wonder if it was an overkill, calling a nightmare. Like, could that person have done the bird without calling a nightmare, or taking the same amount of time, of course? Could that person have done the burst with the same amount of time without calling a nightmare? Oh yeah, whatever, just finish the verse. I know it's a double standard, but why bother trying to convince people to play right on this particular moment? First, I don't think it's even doing a difference when it's convenient for us. And second, I'm falling asleep just like the sleeping beauty there. I'm like tilting my head back and forth, hoping I don't fall asleep before I get to play Mabinogi, but I don't think I can play Mabinogi, honestly. I don't feel in condition to do it. And I have to, I have to. We can't just not play some Mabinogi, right?
I think so, I guess so.
But I probably won't be able to hold the line. I don't recall, but I think we need to run it once more, right? Lost Tower. I wonder how that thing is. It looks so weird. My screen looks so weird. It's like I was watching a TV, an old TV. I see all other streams and they're like so glossy and a very nice image. Did you see mine? And if it was as if I was recording this with a camera in front of a TV. The sacrifices, I guess. I don't know, I think my street is so rough around the edges. I just hope it's not a setback or a setback for some people have come and joined and remain despite the video quality concern. But no one's here permanently, so yeah. Well, we did lose some fandom after we stopped streaming. We did lose some Mabinogi fandom. People probably just went on to other things because they never came back. Alright, we made it. Now let's see if we actually made what we came here to look for. We need that lullaby. I think that's the name of the instrument, right? That's lullaby. How many? I think few. Wow, that's a tall order. To get one, I think we can do the limit break. But we will have to decide whether to do limit break or not limit break. I feel we've been lucky enough because at least on this particular account, we got to keep the star easy and it's a bold form, and the glass book and it's a bold form. We haven't seen the glass book. Oh no, a glass book. You're making fun of me because I was like, if you make me miss a glass book, I'm gonna be angry at you. And now you give me a glass book that I don't need. Okay, that's great. And you don't give me the things I came here looking for. Right, it's not like this thing hasn't left me dry before, so yeah, it could have left me dry with the glass too. Okay, wonderful. Now we have an extra glass. Can I trade it with my other account that needs like 3 glass books? Well, too bad we couldn't get it, but you know, that's life. Okay, that's about it for our SINoALICE stream. Alright, I don't think I'm missing out on anything. I can do the medal exchange later down the road. Okay, so I'm not going to give up that easily. Let's go for a Mabinogi. We're not probably going to just fall asleep before being able to run it properly. Okay, so you know how it is. I'm going to close the stream and reopen it so that we get a video that has the tag, the description, and doesn't have a problem there. Let's see. Alright, it's updated. So don't go away and refresh in a couple of seconds if it hasn't started just yet. I'll be right back.